Good morning. And welcome. I am the Reverend Christine Dance. My pronouns are she and her, and it is my great honor to serve as the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix. Welcome to you. On this very special Sunday, we are delighted to welcome the Sugar Thieves. The Sugar Thieves are a duo that played last spring in our music series, and because of that, I became a big fan. Their sultry blues and powerhouse voices will raise our spirits and bring us to our feet. Let's welcome them with our opening song.
People get ready for the train a-comin'. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. And all you need is faith. Open up the doors and board up. You don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord.
People get ready for the train to Jordan, picking up them passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, opened up the doors and bought them. There's hope for all amongst those who love the most.
Where there ain't no room for the hopeless sinners who will hurt all mankind just to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow thin. There's no hiding place against the kingdom's throne. People get ready. There's a train a-comin'. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. All you need is faith to hear those diesels humming. Well, you don't need no ticket, child, you just thank the Lord. Yeah,
I believe.
Oh, said I believe. Said I believe.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, better get ready now. Said you don't need no ticket, child. Oh, you just said you just thank the Lord.
Good morning. I am John Palumbo, and I am the lucky one that gets to be your worship associate today. A very special welcome to those of you who are joining us for the first time. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix strives to be a spiritual community for our time, focused on diverse theological perspectives, radical inclusion, and knowing that issues of justice and equity shape everything we do. Please find a space in the sanctuary where your body can be comfortable. My favorite rocker in the back is open right now. We have the table in the back filled with art supplies, a shelf of sensory tools, and lots of space if you need to stand, stretch, or sway. A very special welcome to all of you joining us via Zoom, YouTube, or Facebook. If everybody wave to our friends online. Our opening words today are from our congregational member and poet, Tish Gaunt. Tish is here today. Can everybody say hi to Tish?
Yay, Tish!
And she has generously donated her books for free to the congregation. So her poetry books are right back there on the table in the back. And, yep. Ooh. If you want to give a donation, the money will go to the congregation and to the Beatitudes. Thank you so much, Trish. That's awesome. So our opening words is a poem called Satisfied. Let me tell you about how good it feels to be you. How I walk into our sanctuary with a spring in my step. How I am greeted with warmth and recognition. How the music and the readings move me. How the minister's words make me think. One special Sunday I remember was when you clapped for my paintings, when I felt your appreciation for my many years of creativity and study. Friends, my paintings and poems are for you. Join me as we recite our covenant, and my daughter, an about to be high school graduate, lights our chalice. Oh, yes. You're welcome, Johnny. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to share our strength in fellowship. Thus do we covenant. And now for our announcements. Everything going on at UUCP can be found on our website, phoenixuu.org, and our weekly newsletter Compass. The end of Title 42 was overdue and welcome, but new border restrictions limit people's ability to claim asylum. The International Rescue Committee is helping asylum seekers navigate the new process. Read more and donate at the link on the Civic Engagement website. UUCP member and previous music director Connie Jarmark is holding a recital for her private students today at 4 p.m. right here in the sanctuary. The recital will feature UUCP member and high school violinist Colin Boker Green, who has grown up in this congregation. Zoe is here from Maricopa County Public Health. Back table. Hi, Zoe. She is conducting the Community Health Needs Assessment. It is a survey conducted every 3 years to understand community health needs and priorities so that they can ensure public health efforts address what the community really needs. Please visit her table to learn more and to take the survey. Your voice is so important. The survey is for anyone 12 years or older. And also, please remember, stop by and pick up one of Trish Gaunt's books of poetry. For our offering, we share the plate each week between UUCP and different organizations as a way to reflect our values. For May 2023, our Share the Plate partner is Black Lives Matter Metro Phoenix. Black Lives Matters Metro Phoenix is a Black, queer, and femme-led organization that centers Black people who are most impacted and marginalized because we believe all Black lives matter. They have 2 wings of work where they study decoloniality, provide community members with support and resources, foster community engagement, write blueprints for the new world, cultivate healing, and create art. Million ways to donate. Please feel free to do so. We hope you are all generous to the congregation and to our partner.
That's good. This song is called Glory, Glory, and it was written in the form of a poem in 1941 by my grandmother when she was 17 years old. When evening shadow calmly ascends and a long dreary day has come to an end, that little lamp of life shines bright. Oh Lord, and it leads us, oh, through the dark of night. Glory, glory, send my Lord, glory, glory. I said, now won't you shine down on me? Yeah, now. And maybe it's burning for that one that you love, who's watching that light through that mist from above. When that little light shines, or when it burns no more, you know God's called his flock, ooh, to that distant shore. Glory, glory, baby, oh, glory, glory. I said, now won't you shine down on me? Say, won't you shine on down? Ooh. All right now. Well, maybe it's burning for that one far away, whose prayers returning now might be answered someday. Please kindly fade, keep your charred embers bright for those who have taken, oh, that heavenly flight. Glory, glory, said my Lord, glory, glory. I said, now won't you shine, honey, down on me, honey, down on me. The carpet that it spreads in the afterglow, it might fade, it might fade, it might die tomorrow. Oh, when that little light, yeah, when it burns no more, you know God's called his flock, ooh, to that distant shore. Glory, glory, send my Lord, glory, glory. I said, now won't you shine down on me, down on me, down on me. See now, Lord, won't you shine, honey, down on me.
Oh, you're just filling my soul so much. I love it. I love it. It is the time where we share the joys and sorrows of our community. Being together, it is good to share and to support each other and to connect. Folks on Zoom, please feel free to put your joys and sorrows in the chat with your name up front. I've got a few of them here for you all from the table in the back with candles. Let us take a deep breath while we create space for the joys and sorrows of our community. I want to start with telling you that yesterday we had an absolutely beautiful memorial service for our beloved Karen Kurtz. It was full of memories and stories, and it really highlighted the way that the congregation was Karen's family in so many ways. I want to give a big amount of gratitude to everyone. The last few years, people who have brought food and cared for Karen in our caring ministries, and then especially the last 5 weeks, the number of people who stepped up and helped Arisa, including having her in their home, living with her in her home, taking care of them, bringing foods, taking her to school, all of the people who showed up. We were the family yesterday. We brought food, we brought flowers, all of these flowers were here, and it was a beautiful testament to what we can do as a community. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of you. And I also want to give a really big shout out to my co-minister in this ministerial endeavor, Brigida Vieira. This was a service and a journey that took 2 ministers. And Brigida did so much work in making sure that we could tell a full and complete story of Karen Kurtz's life. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so very much. Bravo. So some other joys and sorrows. Leo Stevenson Brown is right there in the front row. Leo graduated 8th grade, and that's not even that's impressive. And Leo received 6 separate awards at the ceremony where he was one of 2 speakers. So congratulations, Leo. It's a really big deal, and we're so proud of you. Another celebration, this is from Joan Roberts, about our own Kathy Kim. Kathy received an award from Channel 3 for her work at Maryland School. She created an award-winning large edible garden and was recognized for that. Congratulations for all of your work, Kathy. And Lynn Robbie is here. Where's Lynn? There's Lynn. It's so good to see you, Lynn. Lynn says, I would like to thank my UU friends for their support and delicious dinners as she recovered from her fractured femur experience. We are so glad to see you. It is our joy and pleasure to be able to give to you as you give so much. Thank you, Lynn. Yes. Let's see, online. We've got a bunch of them here. We've got a joy from Peyton up in the AV loft. As of Friday, I am a rising senior at Veritas Preparatory Academy. It is bittersweet, but is something to look forward to with good friends and teachers with me along the way. Afia Malis says she will have all of her children in grade school next year, and Patya will be graduating from kindergarten next week. What a big milestone. All of the kids in school. That's beautiful. We often think of the milestones of getting our kids out of school, but it is a very big one to get them into school, as right. From Dan Coleman, thanks to Reverend Christine, Benji, and Brigitte for yesterday's wonderful memorial service, a fitting tribute for a remarkable person. Thank you, Dan. From the Pineda family, Joy, our eldest, Cindy Whitmore's daughter, Lilith, is attending an early college program in Chicago to focus on their fashion design work. We are so incredibly proud. If you all remember, Lily was one of our coming-of-age students last year, and her final project was a fashion statement to represent her UU beliefs. So congratulations, Lilith. And also, they say, we are also deeply grateful for our community for helping to cover the last of the fundraising needs. That's wonderful. And from Brad, a joy and sorrow. I spent the last week in Boston to celebrate my 60th, also to bury my father. First time seeing family in 5 years. I had a great time. Brad, we're so glad you're back safely with us. Regina Nelm says, I'm recovering from a combination of flu and COVID together, so unable to attend Karen's service. She had the voice of an angel. So much beauty, so much gratitude, so much community in these joys and sorrows. For all of the joys and the sorrows, those spoken, and all of those in the silent sanctuary of our hearts, we share our love. Let us send our love to each other, sharing it in this community, in person and online. I see you, beloveds, online. We love you. And while we're talking about online, before we get into our meditation, folks on Zoom, I invite you to put in the chat for later on your name and any volunteer, committee, team, or other involvement you've had in the congregation this year. We'll be recognizing all of our volunteers today. As an example, Amy Miskell, who's still not able to attend in person, has been one of our online chaplains for all of this time. You don't have to be here to be a valued volunteer. So I invite you all to take a time to center yourself. Center your body. Wherever you hold stress, try to release it for even a moment. Take a few deep breaths as you're able. For our meditation and in our service, we're going to be using more of our senses. And I'd like us to use our bodies to connect with our spirits this morning. So as you are willing and able, I invite you to touch your mouth. For all of the words, we give thanks. For the words of love, for the times we speak words of truth, for the words of consolation and gratitude and celebration. Words are how we express our inner self. For all the words, we give thanks. Touch the area over your heart. For all the emotions, we give thanks. For the joy, the grief, the confusion, the love, the fear, the regrets. Emotions are how we get in touch with our deeply human self. For all the emotions, we give thanks. Touch someplace in your head. For our thoughts, we give thanks. for thinking through problems, for reading great works of literature, for contemplating the depths of our being. Our thoughts are how we make sense of the world. For our thoughts, we give thanks. Touch your ears. For all that we hear, we give thanks. For words of community, for the sounds of laughter, for a baby's laugh, for the song of the birds and the blowing of the wind. Listening is one of the ways that we connect with others and connect with our natural world. For our sense of hearing, we give thanks. Touch your nose. For all of the smells, we give thanks. For the smell of fresh baked bread, the smell of clean sheets, for cinnamon, the nape of the neck of our beloveds. Smell is one of our most primal scents. For our scent, we give thanks. Now hold out your hands. For what we do with our hands, we give thanks. For gentle touches, for creative endeavors, for the ways that we help, for the burdens we carry. We are so much more than what we do, but what we do matters. We bless our hands and all that they do. Now, as you are comfortable, I invite you to wrap your arms around yourself in an embrace. For your deepest self, wherever that is contained in your body, in your spirit, we give thanks for who you are at your core. For that which is hard to see in yourself, but often shines so brightly for others, and for our very being, which is neither our emotions or our thoughts or our words or our deeds. For that core essence, we give thanks. For your mouth and words, for your heart and emotions, for your head and thoughts, for your ears and hearing, for your nose and scent, for your hands and doing, and our core self. We connect in gratitude. We are at one with ourselves and each other. Join me in a moment of silence. Amen. Blessed be, and Ashe. Shall we have a lullaby?
Woke up this morning, what did I see? I heard of wild horses and they were running free. Their hoofs they danced and their manes blew with the wind, and if I'll ever see them again. And midday I went out walking. You know what I found? A great big mountain crumbled to the ground. I wondered how something that stood so tall could stand for 100 years and one day up and fall. Well, I guess you and I will do the same. Still I wonder if we'll ever be back again. Where that night sky said, my Lord, it feels so sweet. And everything you hope to know lies right beneath your feet. And everybody's wondering, where, honey, what comes next? Oh, right. Honey, what comes next? When nighttime came, and what did I spy? Well, all the stars had fallen from the sky. Well, I asked the moon, why'd you do that, friend? She said, everything, it must come to an end. And still I wonder, will they ever shine? Will they ever shine again? Well, that night sky said, my Lord, it feels so sweet. And everything you hope to know, it lies right beneath your feet. And everybody's wondering, where, honey, what comes next? Honey, what comes next? I woke up this morning, what did I see? I heard of wild horses and they were running free. Their hooves they danced and their manes blew with the wind. And I wonder now, send my love, and I wonder now, if I'll ever see them again.
Good morning. Good morning. What an adventure it is to be a staff member at UUCP. For some of us, it involves a paycheck and possibly benefits. But no matter what it is, what matters is how we do it. For some of us, it is a calling. Whatever it is, it's more than just showing up or clocking in. For it's not just what we do or how we do it, but who we're doing it with that really matters. And for our staff, we interact with all of you in so many capacities. There are volunteers whose most important thing is their committee, right? And we want to honor and respect that. There are folks who knock on our doors who need a piece of tape right now, very fast, and we want to get it to you. There are folks who have been members of this congregation for 50 years, who've become lifelong friends, and there are those who are new for the very first time. For our staff here, it is all of you that we fall in love with over and over again. And we want to take a moment to recognize each and every single one of them.
Our staff have specialized skills. They are trained in child and faith development, or music, or ministry, or how to work that mysterious dish sanitizer. We have an obligation to our staff to pay them a fair wage, to provide benefits like health care and retirement if they're eligible, to provide opportunities for them to grow, and to make sure their workspace is respectful and safe. We wouldn't be who we are without our staff. While our boards and teams change on a regular basis, it is our staff who provide consistency from year to year, who hold our mission with great care, who make sure that there's worship week after week, that the bills are paid, that the bathrooms have toilet paper, that we create a welcoming space for our children, and who sit with us as we are dying. And here in worship, we see some faces all the time, so we want to start by recognizing the faces that you don't see as often. So as I call the names of staff, we invite you to come up to the front. We have a special name tag for each of you, which will be presented by fellow board member Carol Ackerson, to represent that we see you as an individual and you have a treasured space with us. First, our sextons, Sage and Caden. Oh, that's Sage. Yeah, that's Sage's. Yeah. Hey, our Caden, stay up here. You want to up here? Our children's ministry staff, Chandani, Jez, and Rose. Okay. Our kids camp staff, Bob and Sophie. There are actually 6 today. Okay. And if there are any other kids camp staff here, we invite you up at this point. All right. Our custodian, Manuel, who's not here today, but we recognize him. Our worship tech team, Danny and Jade. And Jade is also sick today. Our administrator, Stephanie. Yay. Our music director, Benji, who's off today. Our director of children's ministry, Katie. Our ministerial intern, Brigitte. And finally, our minister, Christine. I shall show their appreciation.
How many people does it take to run a congregation? It's a lot, a lot. And our congregation is blessed to have special staff, but we cannot exist without a full range of volunteers. Ours is a shared ministry. We all care and work towards the mission of this congregation. The joyful work of this congregation, the care for the community, and the striving for the justice that we yearn for. Folks online, if you didn't already, I'm serious, if you've volunteered in any capacity this year, please write down your name and what group you volunteered with in the chat. I would like to invite anyone who has been elected to their position of our congregation to stand right over here with Brigida. That includes our board of trustees, our foundation board, our nominating committee. Come on up. If you are the head of any team or committee, I invite you to come up and stand right over here. Even if you aren't a formal lead, if you're just kind of the head because that's just how it's worked, I invite you to come up and stand right over here. Come on, Chris. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, there are little horns on some of the seats. It's so good to see you. And now, if you have volunteered for anything this year, if you have been on a team or a committee, if you've helped in the office, if you have done dishes for community night, if you've worked on the welcoming team, if you've been part of any of these, please come up and stand here in the middle. I'm going to have you guys scooch over a little bit, but stay in a line-ish. And do we have a list of folks who have been who are online as well? Oh.
We do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Len. Ta-da. So, folks online, we are with you here. I have Ann Chase, who's been working with our caring ministry team. Gary Ezel, membership, adult faith development. Charlotte Carl Mitchell, UUCP history. Brad Chapman, civic engagement, property team, AV loft assistant tech. Ed Cernick, Amy Miskell, our chat monitor on Zoom. Ed has done our board of trustees, our men's group, our sanctuary art safe congregation team. Bonnie White has been our president of our UU Foundation board, participation team, connect and engage small group, and small group facilitators. We have Peyton, PJ Jones, and Danny Doyle doing video and live streaming up there in the AV and loft. Bill Snowden, worship associate, sanctuary art team, and office volunteer. Joan Gale, our materials management for children's ministry. And Karen Quinn, choir and safety team. Megan Quinn, our choir. And Megan is graduating high school on Friday. Woo-woo!
Wonderful. So, I want all of you, thank you. I love the jubilation. I want all of you and all of you to look at this. Volunteers, you are the hands that do the ministry of this congregation. It is your hands and your work that make our mission real. It is your hands that make community happen. If you are willing and able, I would like for you to put your hands out. If you are comfortable with me touching your hands, keep your hands palms up. If you would rather not be touched, just put your palms down. That's the way we can make sure we've got consent. I'd like to take a moment and do a blessing of your hands that do this sacred work. Take a moment and look at your hands. Feel each finger, rub your palms, feel the heat in your body, connect to your own personal, individual, creative spark, however you define it. We bless these hands. Yours are the hands of people who once came here as strangers. Now look around this room and see, because you are strangers no longer. You are community members. You are friends. You are fellow pilgrims on the journey of self-discovery. You are community. Look at each other's hands. Look around. These are the hands that have supported you, that have challenged you, that have given you insight, who have had conversations with you in the parking lot or on Zoom. These are the hands that make a difference. These are the hands that open the door for new folks, paving the way for them to feel welcome. These are the hands that build inclusion while also tearing down systems of oppression. These are the hands that take notes, learn how to use Google Workspace, set up tables, and pull weeds. These are the hands that hold protest signs and wear protest t-shirts and are even willing to wear handcuffs. These are the hands that dare to try new things, to be leaders where they never thought that was possible, and to continue to stretch to make this the world that we want to create. I invite you to hold these hands with reverence and awe, and every time you look at them, every time you do something, to know how precious they are and to know how precious you are. It takes all of these hands. It takes all of these hands. And I'd like you to name, as you can, out loud here in this space, and you all can do that too, the names and the hands of others who aren't here or who help you in this, because there are so many more people than this who are doing this work. Can we name their names right now?
Bill Snowden.
Every time you look at these hands and you see the hands of others, it represents a decision to reaffirm your commitment to the work of this congregation and the community that we do, that we make. It is sacred, it is courageous, and it is loving. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the sacred work of community that you create. Now, let's look around, and all of us, with these very same hands, let's give a round of applause. And if we haven't mentioned them, you might have noticed something on the chairs. Did anyone see anything colorful and joyful? Kids Camp starts in less than 2 weeks. These are Kids Camp t-shirts. You are welcome to take one with you. If the size on your chair is a little too small or too big for you, feel free to reach around for one that has the size and colors that you wish. It's a way that we can visibly support this amazing ministry of this congregation. Sugar thieves, thank you.
Well, he's 8 years old with a flour sack cape tied all around his neck. Well, he tried jumping off the garage. He was figuring, what the heck? He screwed his courage up so tight, the whole thing come unwound. He got a running start, and bless his heart, he was heading for the ground. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape.
Now he's all grown up with a flour sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of piss and vinegar and he's busting at the seams. So he licked his finger to test the wind. It was gonna be do or die. He wasn't scared of nothing, boys. He was pretty sure he could fly. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Sack cape tied all around his head, and he's still jumping off the garage. Probably will be till he's dead. And all these years the folks they said he was acting like a kid, but did not know he could not fly, and so he did. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your cape. Well, he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. So spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cape. Always trust your cape. And always trust your cape, yeah.
Katie. For those who have trusted their capes, I think of my children when they were little. Superman was their cape, and know that you've got your superpower in you, and it's represented by the cape. I absolutely love that.
And you know that Christopher Reeves was a UU, right?
Christopher Reeves was a UU. So the real.
Those are the only kinds of facts I share. Is did you know so and so was a UU?
They're the best.
In August, we came together as a community, and some of you will remember. We reopened campus and were mindful that those in the sanctuary and those sitting at home and those gathered in community rooms and multipurpose rooms that had been rented, we were all together. We were all one community. We gifted each other compasses to find our way. We named ourselves rivers, lakes, and oceans, and we celebrated the boon of Rev C's ministry. We bravely faced the adventure, taking the blessing of our community out beyond these sanctuary walls and off our campus into the greater world. Now it's May, and we have one more blessing to share.
Would all of this year's graduates come forward? Those who have proudly, as we're talking, any of you, those who have proudly finished preschool and are headed to kindergarten, those who have graduated kindergarten, those who have graduated from 8th grade, high school seniors, professional and technical certificates, college degrees, and all of the diplomas of academic pursuit. Please join us.
With Colin and Owen and Brigitte and Leo, Chandni, Amalia, Monica. And I know there are others of you who have gotten your certificates this year, gotten diplomas. Simon, there you are. Even if you're not ready to come up, we see you too.
And we just heard about Megan.
And Megan.
Megan
yeah.
Quinn online. Megan, you are included in here as well.
And Colin and Jan Becker-Gramy as well.
Yes, Colin and Jan, yes. Academic achievement is a moment of transition. You have been mindful of our fourth principle and have pursued free and responsible search for truth and meaning. Why don't you all come in here together? Yeah, excellent. Yeah. As you leave this stage of learning behind, we honor that you are whole people. Successful scholars, yes, of course, but also whole community members. And we offer you a blessing. Now I'm going to be touching with consent. So I'll ask each person, but as I come to a next person, please give me a nod if it's comfortable for you, and a shake if you don't want me to touch you. It's absolutely fine. Monica, may I place a hand on your shoulder? UUCP is a community of wise people, and we welcome your wisdom. You have big ideas, deep conversations, and full lives. We will take you all seriously. We will listen to you all closely. We will search with you to find new answers. To all of you, will you take your wisdom seriously? Yes? Yes, say it with conviction, like Brigitte did. Let's try that again. Will you take your wisdom seriously? Yes. There you go. We will search with you. We will ask you real questions, and we will give you real answers. Can I touch your hand? And if you wish, you can hold each other's hands too. Holding hands is a sign of our companionship. In your academic work, you had to forego playtime and social time and family time. With your graduation, we excitedly welcome you back into these situations and spaces. Can I touch your hand? Your community is full of playmates. Games and toys and laughter teach us who we are. Silliness is sacred. We tell strange jokes, we run like wild, we laugh so loud. Playing is when we find each other, how we love, and where our community is centered. Will you all return to play? Yes. Know that you will have all of us as playmates. May I touch your face? You are a child of the desert, Adventure beyond the school walls. Wander with rattlesnakes. Walk proudly in the heat. Climb palm trees taller than the roof Blaine Drake built us. Cuddle cactus. But take all these risks only with the bravery found in our water bottles. Can I touch you? In the bravery only found in our water bottles, our sun hats, our hours of practice climbing, and wisdom to not actually cuddle those cacti. Will you do dangerous things?
Yes.
Know that we will spot you. May I put my hand on your head? Freedom of faith, of heart, and of identity make us strong. We all have bad ideas and bad days and bad moods, and they make you awesome. You have wild hearts and the will to adventure. Will you continue to be, will you continue to be a wild explorer of ideas? We will always adventure with you because together we grow. Graduates, turn to our community as we all recognize them. Congratulations. Okay, we're not quite done. You can't sit down. Because I would like for you all to create a circle here. And we're going to put our graduates from high school in the center. Would you, if you're willing to create a circle with hands, if you are comfortable holding hands. And we're going to call into this circle Megan Quinn, and Colin Becker-Greamy, and Jan Becker-Greamy. Because while all graduates are special, your transition has special meaning in our community. And I wish for this ritual, can we have anyone who is considered a young adult, which, let's be honest, in our community is anyone 45 and younger? If you consider yourself a young adult, would you be willing to come? Actually, I'm going to change it, Katie. I'm going to do it right here. Is that young adults, if you'd be willing to come and stand right here? Yes, absolutely. Please come, represent adulthood for us. And you can just hold space and witness, and I'm so glad you're here, and hold space for these graduates, remembering when you were in this space as well. So high school graduates.
Peyton, come up here.
Who's it? Peyton, come on. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You're totally, absolutely. Because with this transition out of high school, you are leaving Chandani and Megan and Colin and Jan. You are leaving the magical realm of children's ministry and are officially becoming the young adults in our congregation. You are crossing from high school into many adventures, perhaps college, jobs, moving away or staying at home, figuring out more who you are and who you want to spend your time with. You will be journeying and having grand adventures. But know this, and congregation, all of you, I invite you to repeat after me each of these lines to our graduates. You are always part of us. We will always be home for you. We will always be home for you. You have changed us. You have changed us. Thank you. You have engaged your spirit here. You have made friends. You have served in leadership and on staff, Chandani. You have made your mark. We now release you to cross from the world of children's ministry and be welcomed into the magic world of young adulthood. We invite you to cross there. You're not. Congratulations. Young adults, will you receive our blessed graduate? Come on in. Let them hug you. Beautiful. Here you are. You're not leaving children's ministry because you're an adult enough to be on staff. That's different. That's different. That's different. Thank you all for being part of this special ritual. And before we head off to coffee hour, one online and here in person, and before we start programming at noon, we have one more sacred ritual here at UUCP. And we're going to end with this. I want to give a special thanks to Sugar Thieves. Thank you again so much for being here. I want to encourage you to go see Zoe. She is here specifically because we represent parts of the community that are not represented in public health. If you have any marginalized identities, if you have anything that you have needs that may not be represented when they talk to other churches, please go and see Zoe. And a reminder to please get a book there from Tish. Thank you, Tish. And I want to close with one of Tish's final poems called Songs to UUs. Bend to kindness, bend to wisdom, bend to all the best in humans. Lean toward silence. Lean toward singing. Lean toward bending of the soul. Run from anger. Run from rancor. Run from all that makes us bitter. Bend to sunshine. Bend to starlight. Bend to all that's truly healing. Bend to all that is full of learning. And bend to all that is full of love. Now I invite all of you to stand, to dance, to come forward as we sing to our own choir's video version of the circle game.
Yesterday a child came out to wander,
caught a dragonfly inside a jar.
fearful when the sky was full of thunder,
and tearful at the falling of a star.
And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now.
Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town.
And we tell them, take your time, it won't be long now.
Till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. So the years spin by, and now the child is 20. Though their dreams have lost some grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams and plenty, before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. And go round and round and round in the circle
Peace, go in love. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.